playoff spot already secured. The Ospreys travel to Galway this weekend, where they face Connacht in round 22 of the Guinness PRO12. There's everything to play for, as a home semi-final is still up for grabs. So join us now to look ahead to the game with Chris Gibbes, Eli Walker and Justin Tipuric. Eli, playoff is secured. We've got a Connacht now on the weekend, knowing that we can book a home semi-final. So it's all to play for the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it could be any tighter than it is, which makes it a bit more exciting. But you know, we've got a job to do. First and foremost, to win the game, and then hopefully, you know, book a ticket, like you said, into the home semi.
How difficult is it to stay focused on what you need to do when you're reading all the press and you've spoken to the journalists today and they talk about the bonus point? But how difficult is it to stay focused on making sure that we actually do what we've got to do, which is win the game first?
Yeah, it's not too hard, to be fair. Tandy, you know, likes of Alan Wynne. Whenever we have team meetings, you know, that's the last thing we think of is, you know, looking into, you know, outside sources and stuff. So we can only control what we can in and around the environment, and that's what we have to do on the weekend.
And how exciting when you look at the Pro12 this season, you've touched on it, you've got 4 teams separated by just a handful of points, going to the final game of the season, nobody knows who's playing who in the playoffs.
Exactly.
And it's all been played at the same time on Saturday afternoon, so it's going to be one of those afternoons if you're at home, flicking between channels and flicking between grounds. Yeah. It's really great for the product, isn't it? Yeah,
exactly. It's going to be very exciting. It's a bit different than other competitions, but I think that it does bring that bit more excitement, you know, into the last couple of games. So, like I said, though, we can only control what we can. We've got a plan in place, and hopefully, you know, we'll execute that well on the weekend. And like I said, book a home semi, which is very important.
What do you expect when you go to the Sportsground?
To be fair, I played there once, and weather was on our side, but it's been talked about, and a few of the boys have said that it's if the weather's against us, it gets quite windy, and you know, it's a big open pitch as well. So paying respect to the back three, we've been doing a lot as a pendulum, and hopefully you know, do well on the weekend, like I said.
And obviously giving it more spice. It's not just about us going there knowing we've got to get something. Connacht could be booking their place in the European Champions Cup as well, so they're not going to lie down and die.
You know, we're definitely not taking them lightly. They're an Irish side, and you know, they get good crowds, which is going to be, you know, a very positive thing for them. So, like I said, we've got to go down there and do a job.
But whatever the outcome on Saturday, it's plenty to look forward to still between now and the end of May.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, regardless whether we do make, it'd be nice to get a home semi, but you know, if we don't, we're just looking game by game, and you know, getting really excited. There's a buzz around the camp, and you know, we are looking forward to this, you know, the semi, whatever outcome.
Don't forget, the venue of the Pro12 semi-finals will be confirmed on Saturday afternoon. So, after the match in Galway, make sure you log on to ospreysrugby.com, where we'll have full ticketing details, whether the match is at the Liberty Stadium or if the Ospreys have to hit the road to Ulster, Munster or Glasgow. They've got a tough game on Saturday, Connacht. Always difficult opposition, particularly at home.
Yeah.
More so this weekend when they've got their own European Cup list to play for. So it's going to be a tough afternoon.
Yeah, it is a tough place to go and play out on Galway, and they're a good side. You know, well drilled. They like to attack. They've got a good forward pack that's going to bring that battle up front. So we know we've got a tough ask, and then you chuck in the European aspiration. So it's definitely going to make for a good game.
What's your thoughts on this Super Saturday concept where we've got everybody playing at the same time, lots of permutations in different positions and different rewards? It makes it pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think so. And again, it's just a matter of, you know, no one knows what's happening going into each game. And again, everyone's playing at the same time. So I think it's a good concept. Preparation,
though, I suppose, is pretty much as it would be for us. You put all that aside and just concentrate on what we've got to do. Yeah, and that's very firmly at the forefront of what we're about this week. You know, we're pleased to get a win against Glasgow. We know that wasn't by any means a perfect performance, but you know what we did do is we hung in there for 80 minutes. We worked incredibly hard for 80 minutes, and we got the result. And I think that's credit to these boys. They just stayed calm and they kept you know, believing what we were doing, and we got there in the end.
Now, this is different this week. Again, we've got to make sure that we get the performance that we're after and preparing to go out into a pretty hostile place in Connacht and make sure that we get a performance against a very good side. That's all we're thinking about. So we just get that right, we get the performance, and we believe that doing that we'll get the result.
I suppose it's a test of mental character for the boys as much as anything.
Absolutely, and some of these guys haven't played out there, and against a good side like particularly up front, and I'm talking about the forward pack is pretty good. So again, it is a challenge, but we've gone away from home and won before, and this season, and again we expect nothing different. We've just got to make sure that we prepare, we keep our feet on the ground, and we make sure that we turn up with the right attitude, and we play the game how we want to play it.
Final game of the regular season. We know what we've got to do if we want to book a home semi-final. How do you approach a game like this as a squad, as a team of players?
Firstly, it's going to be a tough game, and we know what Connacht are going to bring. It's a tough place to go. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. They got a great set piece, scrum line out, they're a niggly team. So first you got to go there and try and win the game, which isn't going to be easy, and you go from there then. And
essentially, they've got their own target to play for as well, because there's automatic European qualification in it, and if not, place in the playoffs for European Champions Cup, so it's a big game for them as well.
Yeah, exactly, and no matter if they haven't got anything to play for, they're a tough team to play against, so it's going to be that even harder again that they got something on the line.
But we go there positive spirits after last Friday night and a good win against Glasgow, but I suppose the mindset is park that up and start all over again.
Yeah, exactly, and it was a great win against Glasgow. They're a bit of a bogey team of ours, should we say, and we haven't beaten them for a while, and they're an excellent team, and that's why the record they got against us shows that, and we've got to put that behind us now, because it's Connacht this week, and hopefully then obviously the semi-final, and hopefully it'll be home and we can have the same crowd as last Friday, and pushing us that extra bit again.
Talk with the crowd on Friday, and they really did make an impression from the first whistle to last.
Yeah, they were excellent. It was a great turnout considering the weather. The night was in a great night to go watch a game of rugby, but they turned up in their numbers, and they were loud. You could hear them when you were on the pitch, and that's why we want that home semi, because they give us that advantage again.
And then, look, this game, semi-final, final, 3 massive games, all about 80 minutes now, 4 good teams. What's gone on in the 21 games so far this season don't really make much difference.
Yeah, exactly, and the 4 teams are in there, quality teams, and anyone can win on their day, and it's going to be tough no matter what, and that's why it's important to try and get that home semi, so we can have that little bit of advantage. But it's not going to be easy, and Connacht are going to make sure that it's not going to be easy on the weekend.
That's it for now. Don't forget to check ospreysrugby.com post-match on Saturday for all the ticketing details for the Pro 12 semi-finals. Whether it's at the Liberty Stadium or on the road, it's the first place to find any information.